Welcome back, my inner circle. I missed you so much. Did you miss us? Last time we stopped at another bit of a cliffhanger. I do so love giving those to you guys. We had a mysterious goblin show up and spy on our friends having their much needed beach episode. Bang Bang, of all people, was the one to finally clock on who was tailing them and jumped up to defend his newfound family. We left the group last time bringing their now giant captured goblin back into the salt caverns to try and see what was up with this tiny little thing. We're going to dive into that a little bit more. But before we jump back into the gameplay, I want to once again give you guys a little bit of an insight. This time I'm going to pull back the curtain and give us a flashback about our dear turtle friend, Tibbity. Now, on the real, my dear listeners, my wonderful, beautiful Viking fiance does not know that I'm putting this flashback in here. He doesn't know this memory because he told me when he built this character that he wanted it to be a mystery and he wanted that reborn aspect woven in. So, surprise, my love, you get a flashback from the time before Tibbity was an adventurer, before he wandered. Imagine with me, dear listeners, that once again, we're in a movie. And the camera's going to pan over a hot, sandy desert. It's going to fly over like it would in a beautiful cinematic opening until it comes to an oasis. An oasis that has a small cropping of tents, group of different kinds of people, but mostly Galapagos. We see the turtle people coming in and out of the tents, going to gather water, laughing, just normal community feels. And then we zoom in on a tent at the far edge of this community. It is well taken care of. The canvas has different embroidery woven in, deep reds, a couple blues, even pops of purple. Very specifically placed, almost like a star map across the side. And then the flap opens, and we see a much younger Tibbity. He's smiling, laughing at something that someone behind him has said. He's holding a bowl filled with cut fruit. He's finishing arranging it, almost. And then he turns, and a smaller turtle comes out behind him. He reaches down and ruffles the top of this younger, obviously adolescent turtle's head in a loving sort of way. He holds the bowl high up as if he was going to keep it from them, and then finally gives it to them as they begin walking down the center of this community. Together they walk and smile and wave at people as they go. And in the midst, as Tibbity turns one more time to smile and laugh at this younger turtle, a large explosion booms over the horizon. The explosion goes further. It not only creates a noise, but the ground begins to shake. Tibbity and the younger turtle have to struggle to keep their footing. Tibbity reaches down to shield the smaller turtle. Everyone around them begins to murmur and panic a little bit. And in the horizon, smoke begins to waft upwards from where the explosion itself started. And I'll leave that image for right now. But don't you worry, dear listeners. We'll come back to it very, very soon. Okay, so last time you guys found somebody spying on you and Bang Bang captured them, a tiny goblin woman, and they are currently thrashing around and very, very upset.
This goblin woman is just like kicking around, like tries to like bite Bang Bang's thumb, basically is like spider monkeying up on it, and he's just like,
"Excuse me, young lady, calm down.
I am being held hostage here.
And we have a few questions that we'd like to ask you.
I have been accosted." She just goes off on that. Like,
Just give her one of my autograph headshots over there and send her on her way."
I mean, of course, everyone's here for you, but I don't know that that's the case this time. Bang Bang seemed really concerned. If she was here for you, I think Bang Bang would have been happy. He doesn't look happy.
No. To go out on a limb here a little bit for everybody, especially because you have just adopted Bang Bang. He is usually pretty unbothered. You've seen Bang Bang nervous when he's around Dendrick. You've seen him like upset by things, and you've seen him very happy. That's really all he is. He's just a big old guy. That's all he is. He looks angry right now, and he is holding, even as this woman truly is like trying to gnaw at his hand with her fangs and things. It doesn't matter. Like she has like a couple like little like mini daggers and stuff in her bunch, trying to like get at him, and he just doesn't care. He's just like, no, bad goblin.
Where's Harkin at? Did she get out of the?
She's still in the pool at the moment. She's sort of like lifted herself up a couple steps, and she's sort of like maneuvered her legs so that she can look and see what's happening. But you do also see she's got her hand out, sort of like hovering and doing that, like, so if she needs to call her wheelchair, like she's sort of prepared.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we'll get her inside and set her down. Are you gonna talk with us, or are you gonna keep being a problem?
Hey, I've been my whole life a problem. I'm not gonna stop now.
I've known plenty like you. All right. So Bang Bang's gonna.
Oh, Bang Bang's not letting go of her.
Yeah.
Like he is just very like intent. He's just bad goblin. Use shadow magic turtle.
So I'm just gonna come out straight and ask, are you one of the chain cuts?
What's it to you?
It's a question that I would like an answer to. Or we can start, asking different ways.
I'm going to get out of the hot springs and walk up to this conversation.
Butt ass naked.
That's, yeah.
Oh yeah, but I say we have from the beginning
Yeah.
prefaced.
I mean, this is I paid for this private spot. I'm going to be as...
Semantics.
Would have.
I am a scoundrel, if you guys didn't know. So I would like to detect any lies on this creature's...
Sure. Be a little specific for me because she hasn't actually.
No. So I'm kind of holding, just letting you know, like
Heard.
waiting to use that.
Okay, understood. I understand. So she sort of like deflates a little bit and like looks at you and is just like, well, what's in it for me?
Maybe Bang Bang will let you go.
Ham Hands over here got some tight grip.
He's got an even tighter squeeze if we ask him to. So why don't you let the guy know what he's asking you?
I'm surprised this biggin's the one that saw me. I've been tailing that one since frickin' Sinner's Way.
Of course.
Hibbity, I thought you were good at like skulking around.
Apparently I'm having an off day.
As you guys are sort of like, this is all very chaotic. It's all kind of happening over top of one another. I'll give it to the doctor mostly because you asked. So Harkin sort of waves her hand a little bit. Her wheelchair comes close enough that she gets up. She grabs the towel that's on there, straps around her waist. She did bring her own like bathing suit and thing, but she gets into the chair. She moves over. She leans down a little bit and she sort of like steeples her hands and just looks, and she speaks and she says, calm. And the goblin sort of like calms immediately. And she looks up. She's like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little hot. If I wasn't a taken woman, I'd be into it. But I am a taken woman and I am here on a mission. But you have my attention. And Harkin sort of smiles in that Mona Lisa way you guys have gotten to know.
Mm-hmm.
She says, let's start with this. I'm Harkin. Who are you? And she holds her hand out. She goes, this one I like. Gilly. Gilly's the name. And yes, it's Gilly Chaincut. Don't hold it against me. Try me a drink first, at least, Turtle Man. Harkin's gonna nod. Okay. It's a good start. Much better. Maybe we could figure out why you were tailing our turtle friend and why you're here. How about this? Isa helps you, Yuza helps me. For momentum.
Yeah. Yes.
Good. Was mostly confirmation. I knew the answer already. I's looking for somebody. Been looking for somebody. No one believes me. I'm thinking y'all can help. I'll tell you while I'm here, but you gotta promise you're gonna help me too.
I mean, I think it depends on what you're asking for. I'm not going to murder someone in a dark alley if that's what you're requesting, but, a Werther's is fine.
My good doctor, if I wanted to murder someone in an alley, I would have done it, or my daddy would have done something already. No, I'm looking
Your
for something.
dad?
This turtle man, he's not very bright. I just said, chain cut.
Yeah.
Chain cut.
How big? How would I know how big the family is?
You know that there's branches, but she's saying it like it's this branch. Like she's being very direct with this, at this point at least.
What is your orc fiance go missing?
No, please, I know where that man is. As I said, I am a taken woman. I am not dumb.
Hey, how does that work between you and your husband?
Hey, we'll spit in determination, my friend.
Make them.
That's it. That's the line right there.
Call me off a damn low.
You know, you keep trying to make it that kind of podcast, Tat. No, Gilly kind of laughs at that. No, I know where Garrick is. Don't worry. Like, he's waiting for the stupid ceremony 2 days from now. Like, well, technically the big ceremony's tomorrow. By the way, I think his boss was trying to reach you about something about that, but he missed you and we'll get into that later. Look, I've been trying to find my sister for the last year. No one can help me. No one from Momentum will talk to me about her. Someone's got to help me.
Why would Momentum help you? Why would you ask Momentum for help?
Because she joined Momentum 2 years ago and then her letters stopped. They said that she terminated her contract after the first year, but I know Gloom. She would never go anywhere without telling me. She's my big sister and I love her, but she would always tell me.
Did she give any indication that something had changed before?
Her letters got weird. She was talking about how some of her friends would just disappear and people said they left, but it was within the year time frame. They can't leave if it's within the first year. And she was worried, but then she said that things were getting better and they'd given her a part in one of the shadow shows that she was so excited about. And then
Shadow shows are so nice. It's so cool. You ever seen?
I have. I saw the first one that she was in. I visited her. We had a good time. I went home. I got one more letter and then nothing.
Did she mention who she maybe talked to the most or was a good friend of hers?
I mean, she was nice to everybody. The big old Golumpus. She was nice to everybody. You actually kind of see her shoulders like hunch in a little.
Have we heard about like people going missing randomly? Because I believe in my notes somewhere, I have maybe Harkin was the one that told me
So
there were strange things.
Harkin has definitely brought up some of the rumors to you. And I will say sort of an out of game aspect that's probably happened is you guys have had conversations. There are many rumors that surround Momentum. It's a big organization and a community, obviously. A lot of the time, Momentum kind of sweeps it under the rug. It's people do their year and then they don't have to stay. A lot of people do stay, but a lot of people leave. And most of the time, the people that have disappeared, no one can seem to remember them anyway.
Interesting. Well, I kind of look at the other three. If nothing else, this is a good opportunity for us to maybe look further into some of the stranger aspects of this company.
Let me ask you this. Have you sent any of your people to try and find information or do any surveillance on Momentum?
Everyone swears she doesn't exist. It's like they just poofed her from existence. But I'm not crazy. You see her, she's like, you gonna let me down, ham hands? And Bang Bang kind of looks like up at y'all a little bit like,
Kind of motion. You can put her down.
It's okay.
Oh,
Bang, bang.
so he sets her down. And she reaches into her catsuit and she takes out, now keep in mind, goblins are small. They're usually in the range of like 3 to 4 feet. They're diminutive. Gilly's even smaller. She's like at a full 2.5 feet. She don't stand like it. She stands like she's 6 feet tall. I mean, like this lady has all of the chutzpah of everything. But she reaches into her catsuit and she pulls out this picture and she has to like unfold it and she like hands it up. And you guys see, for all intents and purposes, what is another giant woman with long red hair, but all the gobbling markings that Gilly has, like all the tattooing and the markings, holding like a mace over her shoulder, and Gilly's like hanging off of the mace, and it's like a little like sibling. You see some other like smaller goblins underneath them, but like the focus of the picture is Gilly and Gloom.
Which one's your sister?
What are you talking about? She's the spitting image. I mean, oh, she's my big sister. She's a large-born goblin. What can you say? I mean, big boned.
Large boned?
Kind of look between Sif and Gilly and
As it is.
yeah, she's large.
I think she's crazy.
Obviously.
That's not a goblin, right? Am I looking at that wrong?
Doctor, that's not medically possible, is it?
I'm looking at the picture.
Look, it's you were wondering about
So I will give
orcs and goblins working about it.
So I will let you guys know. You are looking at a giant. Like there is no way about
okay.
this. You are absolutely looking at like a 6.5-foot giant woman.
Hmm.
And then a bunch of goblins. But as far as Gilly is concerned, that is her sister Gloom, who is a large-born goblin.
Yeah, I kind of look at Tibbity and the rest of the group, Cat, and I'm like, I'm shaking my head no, but looking at Gil, I'm like, yes, just spitting image of you. Looks just like, I'm sure it runs in the family.
Her poor mother.
I changed my mind, darling. I don't want to have children.
Bang bangs enough. It's okay.
I'll take the photo. Like, bang bang. Do you recognize this giant? This large-born
Yeah.
goblin?
You see Gilly like watching you through. Bang Bang looks at this and he looks really like puzzled and kind of like tilts his head around. Well, picture make Bang Bang head hurt.
Mine too, buddy.
What do you makes your head hurt?
And he kind of like kneels a little bit and sort of how.
I'll take the photo away. Do you ever remember seeing a large statured person with red hair in the Shadow Show?
Bang Bang no remember.
While Bang Bang's trying to remember, I'd like to use my arcane sense to see if I'm
What a smart thing, my love.
detecting any kind of
There it is.
Yeah.
weird thing going on.
Absolutely. That's a spell cast and
It just says you can sense the presence of magical people and objects within close range. It does not say any kind of spell cast.
okay, amazing. So yeah, so how do you think this would visualize for Tibbity? Because I imagine it's sort of like an aura sight of such, like you can kind of like see like if things are magical or like
Pulses and some, depending on the type of magic, maybe some color, different colors. So if he's trying to remember something and it's being magically blocked, let's say, I would imagine where he's saying ow and holding his head, I would imagine I would get some sort of colored pulse depending on the type of magic being used.
yeah, I think this is perfect. My love, my dear, my sweet, sweet giant man. Do you remember the first time that you were hungover around me? And I told you that you had squiggle vision around your head because of my synesthesia?
Yes.
That's what we're going to imagine here.
Okay.
So when you're watching Bang Bang, basically you're getting sort of like old school squiggle vision, like the colored squiggles and the colored stars, like when a cartoon gets hit on the head. That's sort of what's happening around his head right now.
Gotcha. Interesting. So I will relay that information quietly to the doctors. Like, and he's being magically blocked from remembering this person.
All right. We're going to have to do something about this.
As you guys are having this exchange, Harkin has kind of come between you without you realizing. The photo has some on it as well. We have no problem seeing, but I can imagine that someone looking at that image would only see the goblins.
So this would be invisible to anyone, or that she would be invisible to anyone that knew her.
So it would seem.
Very, very interesting.
Does Bang Bang remember Guy?
He sort of like tilts his head. Turtle, we meet many guys. Lots of guys here.
Do you remember a bodyguard, so someone from security, whose parents were a minotaur and a merperson? Centaur.
And a mermaid.
There you go. Centaur and a mermaid.
Shout out to
Who-
Rowan for that amazing character.
Who looked like just a normal human man. His name was Guy Man.
Turtle, Bang Bang head hurt.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so whatever happened with Guy happened to this Gloom person also.
Hey, Kat, while this is happening, what's your magic? Which is your attribute that you roll for magic? I can't remember what it is for the Moon Witch.
It is my instinct.
So go ahead and give me an instinct roll while this is happening. You're going to add that homebrew, your empathetic caster, to that for me, please.
20 with fear.
I'm sorry, I didn't say it was a reaction one, so I didn't actually need you to give me fear.
Okay.
So I don't did a fear. Had been a worse force of nature there. Yeah, perfect. You are seeing, without having to like cast or have the innate for it, you're seeing kind of the same thing that they're describing. Like when Bang Bang says his head hurts, you're seeing like these weird sort of like magical sparks coming off of his head. You're looking at the photo and you're seeing it sort of like hover with magic aura. You're seeing those things and you're feeling that thrum kind of in your chest again. That connection, that weird like tie to your magical core. You start to almost kind of feel like you're vibrating around the edges a little bit. You almost kind of feel like the edge of one of your episodes, and then you sort of like reel it back really quickly.
I kind of make eye contact with Doctor and Kit and just kind of, there's something.
What do you mean? Are you okay?
Yes, is everything all right?
Need some water? Spritzer? Another calamari?
I don't know. Just remember with the weird serpent thing? It's that same.
Oh, yes. The same, what is it, resonance.
Yes.
Why are we not affected by this?
No. Them as well, maybe?
Maybe, but there has to be some reason. We're part of Momentum. We swore the same magical oath to be in this thing like everyone else. I mean, if anyone's part of this thing, it's this guy over here. And I point to Kit. I mean, he's pretty much the center of the whole thing. And you're seeing everything, right?
And from what I can tell about this, whatever's going on, it doesn't matter if you're part of Memento or not. It affects everyone that has a memory or a photo or any contact with the person that's been disappeared. Nobody can remember them.
But we're new.
But it happens to people outside of Momentum also.
But maybe they had interactions with them more than what we've had. Like a longevity, deepness. I don't.
As you guys are sort of having this conversation, below you on the ground, Gilly has now taken out a pocket watch and is like, yeah, so as interesting as this whole conversation is, I just need like the verbal go-ahead that y'all are going to help me. Because I got places to be. I got one more dress fitting before tomorrow night.
I mean, we can't as much as we're able. We're kind of.
Well, y'all are going to be there.
Where?
Beware.
Where?
Oh, that's the part I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah. Your boss done signed you up to perform at the wedding.
My boss? Who's my boss?
Dendrick.
Oh,
My boss?
yeah, kind of. He got us the last gig, so
Thought he was pulling some strings for a friend. I didn't know I worked for the guy. Well, okay, I'll go see him.
You're performing at my wedding tomorrow.
Oh, Mazel Tov.
Gilly's just kind of looking around. Okay, here's the thing. I just need again, and she's looking more at like you two on this side, like I need that like verbal go ahead that, you know.
We are looking into a somewhere disappearance that just occurred.
Okay.
yes. So if it lines up, we'll do what we can. What are your wedding colors, darling?
And she's like, well, and begins to like, so you guys have gotten a lot of really cool information, gotten some interesting stuff. I'm going to say that we're going to skip. Gilly had to leave because unfortunately she did have some other things for the wedding that she's about to have. And you guys are going to head back to Momentum. A little bit of background knowledge for everybody. Sinian is the last city that you guys are going to be in before water travel. So you're about to go on to about a week-long ship trip. That kind of rhymed. Anyways.
Ship trip.
Yeah, it is.
A ship trip. And the Momentum people have heavily encouraged, obviously, to stock up on any supplies that you want. They'll obviously have food, water, things like that. But anything you specifically want while you're here. And then just let you know that once you leave here, you'll either have to stay on the ship or stay within the Momentum compound for that week that you guys are traveling to the next city, which is Kamsal. So that being said, if you guys do want to stop and get anything you can, We're going to jump really quickly because as you guys get back to Momentum, you enter back into the compound where it's been kind of posted up. Kit and Kat, Dendrick is waiting for you guys.
Well, darling, it's your friend.
Dendrick, buddy.
Oh, Kit, Miss Kat.
Hello.
Bang, bang. I was able to pull a couple more strings for you. There's a wedding happening here in
I
town.
heard about that. I actually met the bride-to-be.
Oh, yes. The head of the family, Gabriel, he, I won't call him a friend, but I know him. I've performed at many of his family events. He asked, especially given your most recent success, if you'd be willing to do a bit of a performance at the beginning of the reception, and has, of course, invited you to stay for the reception.
Oh, well, I'd be delighted to help the lovely bride out. Hey, Dendrick, you ever hear of some shadow performer named Gloom?
The shadow performances really aren't my purview. That's Smoke, He does the shadow puppets and the shadow theater and such. No, I can't say. Kit, give me an instinct check.
While Dendrick is talking to Kit, I have turned my back towards him with my tail puffed up, and I'm just like holding hands with Bang Bang and just like paying only attention to Bang Bang.
Yes.
Just as that's going on in the background while Kit
That's a critical roll on ones.
Double ones, my favorite. As you ask this question to Dendrick, I'm going to say that anyone else that would be watching this wouldn't think anything of it. But kind of when he says, I can't say that sounds familiar, you get just like the slightest of eye twitches. Like truly like just that slight tell that says he at least recognizes the name, probably.
Now I would like to use my scoundrel to see if he was lying to me about knowing the name.
Yes, same sort of read on that. He doesn't seem like he's lying about not knowing the person, but he recognizes the name.
Okay.
And he's not lying about what he said about Smoke. Smoke does generally handle the shadow performances. It tends to be full of rogues, shadow steppers, etc. You've actually seen it once at another Momentum performance. It's pretty great. Smoke does sort of like puppet theater, like the shadow puppets and things for like kids and whatnot. But then he has an actual shadow show that he does where it's like full of handpicked people and himself, and it's a lot of like sort of the Cirque du Soleil of rogues, if you would. So I mean, it's definitely impressive. And if Gloom was good enough to have been in that show, she would have been very skilled.
So what time do I need to be there?
Yeah, so Dendrick gives you the information. He lets you know that tonight's the rehearsal. You don't have to do anything for that. He recommends, getting ready for the performance, deciding what you guys want to do.
Do I have a set list or anything that's required, or am I free to just do my thing?
Do your thing, obviously. He goes on to tell you that a couple of the chain cut goblins were in Hollywood when you performed, brought back really, really good recommendations to the head of household, Gabriel. And with this being his eldest daughter's wedding, he wants it to be special. And you're sort of like the new flashy thing. So it's just a one-song performance, nothing crazy. It's right before the reception, so right after the ceremony. And as I said, they've invited you to stay for the ceremony afterwards. And they've also let you know that if there's anyone you want to bring with you as far as like to help with the set or assist in any way, shape, or form, that's fine as well.
Hey, Dendrick, how does someone afford a private show from something as prestigious as Momentum?
Oh, well, the chain cuts might be less than savory, but their gold is as good as anyone else's.
I see. All right, well, I'll do the thing. I guess I'll go figure out a routine.
Oh, and my dear boy, and he reaches into his side pack, very similar to what Bang Bang carries with him. It's in the same, again, dwarven style. He pulls out a, hulking sack of gold.
My eyes.
And he hands it over and he lets you know that that is your cut from the Hollywood and then the advance from this.
Most excellent. I'll put it in my magical sack.
I still have my back turned, flicking my tail like I'm watching birds.
Bang Bang is like trying to teach you his version of like patty cake. It's like it's like dorfin tap, clap, clap. Like he's trying to, and there's no like, it seems like this is like a kid thing maybe that he learned and he keeps like messing up, but he's trying so hard.
Like we're just like, focused on 3 taps, bing, bing, 2 taps, 2.
Just totally like in their own world. And Dendrick sort of like gives like a half shrug and sort of like, let me know if you need anything and I'll make sure that you have the address.
Appreciate this. And, Cat, my dear, feel like
yes.
doing a little shopping?
Sure, darling.
Let's go.
Come on, Bang Bang.
Okay, Brigiddy.
We love you, Bang Bang.
Oh, Brigiddy, so nice walking by. Turtle friend, we shop.
She like kind of turns and gives like a little bit of a side eye to Dendrick.
Turtle's like, please don't ask me to come with you.
Tibbity feels like he has a sneeze. Oh. Excuse me.
Yes, Tibbity, yes. Come shopping.
Sure.
Now they're going to feel so bad when we get to the end of the season. I can't even imagine.
Nope.
Okay, so it sounds like our married couple and their adoptive giant are going to go do some shopping. You guys sort of came behind them, obviously. You got to see most of this interaction. Dendrick has sort of headed off. Is there anything specific that you guys would like to accomplish for the rest of the day? It's okay if it's a no. We mostly just needed to establish that you guys are going to go to the wedding tomorrow. Harkin is still with you. She looks a lot more relaxed, I'll say. Like, so how Harkin's injuries, let me step back there really quickly and explain this, because I don't think I've actually explained this. I've explained the scarring and everything, but so Harkin does have minimal movement in her legs. It's not in the sense that like she's paralyzed from the waist down, as it is that whatever affected her and created the scarring made it unable for her to support herself.
Okay.
So like her legs are sort of just unusable. She can still kind of move and like she can adjust her legs and whatnot. But it also is quite a bit of like soft tissue damage, the muscle damage, those sorts of things for the doctor's knowledge.
Right.
She probably would have been very upfront with this, especially as close as you guys have gotten. So the salt, the salt hot springs that you guys went to, it sort of just helped alleviate with that tension and like the soft tissue damage and those sorts of things. So she's doing okay. She's sort of like perked up and like, I'm doing good. And she made sure to stop and get some of like the salt and the clarified water and whatnot before you guys left. I imagine, especially because she's finally gotten to kind of interact with you, she would have like passed along some to you as well. And just sort of like, oh, I noticed that you didn't catch any of this. I thought I might give some to you.
Yes, darling. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Good eye on the turning back to certain people.
Yeah. Not a fan.
Can't imagine why. Bang Bang, do find a shiny thing for me later, won't you? Yes, Harkin, I find shiny. It's such a baby. But yeah, so if there's anything specific you guys would like to accomplish, or if there's anything else you wanted to kind of like look into, totally fine. Again, it's okay if that answer is no. We can absolutely skip to the next day for you guys.
I would definitely tell Tibbity to maybe look into talking to Smoke and catch his next performance or get him beforehand. See if he knows anything about her lost sister.
Yeah, I was thinking about asking around some of the higher ups about, ever since, he was assigned to us, we haven't seen Guy. Where's Guy?
I did ask Dendrick if he knew of her, and he says he didn't know anything about her, but he was clearly lying to me.
Darling, why don't you have a guy's day? Give me a couple handfuls and me and Bang Bang will go get our outfits for tomorrow. And
yeah, you guys got to look the best for the wedding performance.
Get
Shit, we have a
something-
performance to prepare for. Yeah, but guys, you guys want to go out?
I'll get something for you.
On me. And
Go with the doc and Tibbity, give me a couple handfuls,
Here.
please. several handfuls. She's gonna grab.
Like keep in mind that the equivalent this is, again, for anyone listening, in Daggerheart, we don't have just gold coins, silver coins, copper coins, etc. It is by handfuls. Whose handfuls? Who's to know? But a handful of gold is sort of the currency in this world. The bag that Dendrick handed you would have been like the equivalent to something like 100 or 150 handfuls. Like this is no small amount. This is nothing to sniff at. This is truly like he probably took a third of whatever tickets were sold and sort of like funneled it to you.
Hell yeah.
Bang bang. Grab a couple of handfuls and we'll go shopping.
Bang Bang's handfuls are definitely better than Kit's handfuls.
You still have plenty.
We'll get a couple of drinks, you guys.
I won't use it all.
Oh, pretty Kitty, I help. And he reaches into his satchel and he pulls out a smaller than his, but a thing of gold. He lets you know, he said, Miss Hyssop give to Bang Bang after performance. She said that first performance for any new initiates you get paid for.
Bang bang, keep your money. Kick and pay. It's fine. You're part of the group.
Look at Tiffany like,
Put it back in your bag. Bang, bang.
Oh, okay.
Hold on to it until you find that nice,
You
big,
can buy next
shiny
time.
instruments that you're looking for.
Or if you find something fun. This is for our outfits.
Okay. Pretty Kitty in charge. Understand.
Or you could put it into investments. Long term.
Come on, Doc.
I'm just saying, long term is always the best way to go.
Bang Bang's gonna look down and he's not wearing a shirt right now. And he's like, vest?
Well, don't talk about it.
Oh, do you want a vest, Bang Bang?
Doctors say investment
Maybe.
is pretty vest.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Pretty vests.
Pretty vests. Yes.
It's like the pork boning, guys. You just got to accept it. Okay. So you guys are going to go do some shopping.
Yes.
We'll jump to that in a second. What do you guys, any investigating we want to do?
Go talk to a couple people, see if they've seen where Guy Man has run off to.
Sure. You guys kind of have access to the internal compound of Momentum, which we spoke on before, set up very similar to the 9-pointed star. Right now, it is booming because you guys have come to a new city. So it's set up basically open to the public.
Oh.
How that works basically is when you are in a city where you're doing performances, you either have a performance space set up, like with Hollywood, because they have the theaters, or there are sort of general admission tickets that are offered to people. They have to buy them. It's basically a wristband that's given to them where they are allowed within the Momentum compound for 24 hours. They can stay, look at any of the libraries, innovations. The only places they are not allowed to enter are the cabins, where you guys know you have to have the soul mark to enter. And specifically, there's a rotation of performances and bigger shows that are happening at that central theater that you guys saw. So basically throughout the day, it's sort of like you have like a shadow theater, you have like Dendrick performing, you have like spectacular things with Agni, like those sorts of ideas, and then other Momentum players. And it's just sort of like minimum of 3 days you're in a city and they rotate throughout. Kit, you know that like you're on the docket for the last day in this town. You guys are going to just do a performance in the main theater and that sort of thing.
Yes.
So.
So yeah, let's go see if we can find Smoke or Agni or anybody else.
Well, if you want, we definitely can go see Smoke. I mean,
Mm-hmm. If he's around.
Harkin's gonna pipe up and just, I believe Smoke is on the docket for later this afternoon. He usually performs on the first days.
so I mean, why don't we just go to his cabin?
Well, you guys do not have access because the inner circle of Momentum do not have cabins. They have sort of a smaller compound behind that main theater, which you can only enter with invitation from one of the inner circle. So you can't go there, unfortunately, but you absolutely can catch either a shadow show of his. You can attempt to find Agni, who's usually wandering in and about, especially this time. I'll say, Tibbity, you know, because you've worked with Agni. He's usually as close to the central theater as he can be because he's always scoping people out. As Agni says, you never know when you'll find more of Momentum. So those two would probably be very easy to find. Some of the other inner circle members may be a little harder depending on the situation, unless you know the show schedule. So.
Okay.
Right. So Agni, man.
Yeah, see if he's wandering around, keeping an eye.
Sure. So you guys kind of head towards that center area. It gets much more crowded once you get towards the center because once again, people have bought tickets. There are like civilians and spectators here now. There's obviously some sort of show happening in the Center Theater currently, and there's just a lot of people miling about. A lot of the Momentum people who live here that are part of Momentum also set up, I don't want to call them stalls, but it's sort of like they set up an area where they can give their smaller shows, they can entertain people. If they are more scholarly, they're like having debates and things. It's, again, think of it very much like a traveling World's Fair. You've got your setup areas, and then the performances are sort of like a secondary thing. So this is sort of what you guys are dealing with, but it is getting much more crowded the closer to that main theater that you guys get. Let's do, everybody give me instinct.
18 with fear for me.
14 with fear.
15 with hope.
Oh, my pile, it grows. Okay, perfect. And I will roll for Harkin since she is with you guys. That's a 13, but she also got hope, so you guys are... Not that I bank the NPC fear. I don't need that, but... yeah, so I'm going to say you guys head up to the main theater. Again, it's getting much more crowded the closer that you guys get. Luckily, Agni is an Emberkin, and it's kind of hard to miss an Emberkin, even in a place like Sinian where it is a bit of a melting pot. There's different kinds. He's a glowing fire guy, and you kind of see him hovering around the top area of the steps leading up to that main theater area again. I'm going to say, Tibbity, you probably pick him out pretty quickly because you've worked with him before, but everyone else, it's very easy for you to find him. And he's just sort of like, again, standing a bit of at attention, hands behind him, sort of like at ease stance, just hovering a couple feet off the ground, watching the crowd.
Make our way over to him.
I will say that as you guys get closer, you hear an announcement coming over the loudspeaker. And it's not quite a loudspeaker, but think like a stadium where it's got it. And you just hear sort of a magically imbued voice that says, anyone wishing to attend the Smoke Shadow show, we have 10 minutes before show start. Please make sure to find your seats.
I knew we could catch Smoke and Agni together after the show.
Yeah, do you guys want to go to the show first and then see if we can...
You always have the option to split up if you'd rather. Because I will say you're not going to have enough time to speak with Agni and sit before the show starts. So you absolutely can always divide the party.
Yeah, the doctor does not want to mess with Agni. And so, he'll pipe up and go, you know what? Looking up at Agni, I've suddenly felt the urge to go see one of those shadow shows. While I'm there, I might catch Smoke and ask him a couple of questions. Anything particular you want to know?
Just trying to get a feel on what's going on. What's, what happened to Guy Man? Has anything similar happened to anybody else?
All right. Well, good luck, gentlemen.
I assume that you would like to take Harkin with you.
Yes, Harkin's with us. Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to ask, do you want to take one of the PCs or would you like to take the NPC?
Yeah, I'm gonna take my normal little stance on the back of her wheelchair and
I love it. Absolutely. She nods. She finds Rhea, and you guys go to enjoy the show.
All right, my beautiful listeners, I do hate to do this to you, but we once again have to stop on a bit of a cliffhanger. Our group's splitting up, some for fun, some for investigating. And you will just once again have to come back next time to see how everything goes. Get right up to that goblin orc wedding and handle everything that is being laid out before us. Once again, if you just absolutely cannot wait and want to hear some more amazing stuff, make sure to check out all of our friends, the Dodo-born crew, Queen of Daggers, Heart of Fire, Tales by Daggerlight, and don't forget to check out our Discord channel and all of our socials that have just recently been rebranded the Mimic Society. We have all kinds of really cool videos and streams and games that we try and put out there for you guys. Everything from a Kids on Broom campaign that is about to start up season 2 to a Cosmere campaign run by Justin. You know him as the Good Doctor here, and a bunch of other things that we are just constantly doing online, having fun together. We had such a blast at Gen Con as well at the posting of this time. If you saw us, make sure to shout us out on socials and anything you might have found at the con as well. And as always, until next time, guys, stay nerdy.